Super E Finale Round 3 at the Suzuka Circuit. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpenFed. Today we are driving an electric Beltra Icon Mk3. And we're driving it in our semi-pro electric part of the season at a Super E event. We're driving at the Suzuka Circuit in Japan on the international racing course. We're doing 3 laps. We're driving, they say during the day, but who can tell? We're driving through a nice stormy rainy weather, and we start at 22 of 22. Now these 3 laps are decent length. They're going to take a little bit of time to do. Now that yellow thing I just ran through is a boost gate. Now you have to hit both boost gates and your car will receive a temporary boost that you can activate at any time later during the race. You don't have to use it right away. Say if you're behind 1 or 2 cars clear nice and close to the finish line, you can use your boost then and slip by them and win the race. However, I find that when you hit the boost gates, you have to most of the time either for one or both of them veer to one side, and when you do that, other cars can pass you on the inside, and you end up passing more cars than will get back to you with the boost. So I find they're kind of a pain in the butt, and I try to stay in the optimum driving lane, and I end up missing them, which is okay. Ooh, he took himself out, so that moved us up 1. Not a lot of extra places at the moment, but we're only just getting started. The first lap's not done yet. Now you have to get on your high horse. You can't wait too long because even though we got 3 laps, these guys all go pretty fast, and it's not easy to catch them, let alone pass them. So when you have the opportunity, like right here, you got to step on it. And I could get by 1, and then he comes back to haunt me again a little bit, but even he might have had a boost there. But even if he does, the other thing that happens is cars block you out like that, and if he did have a boost, it didn't do him any good. So we just keep ripping and try to get about halfway through the pack by the end of the first lap. That way setting yourself up to maybe, chop the rest of it up in 2 more chunks for the second and third lap as we're coming around the corner here. And we can see that our very first lap is done. Now this is the best place to pass. Always by the grandstand. There's usually a long straight section. You can get rid of a few cars. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and rip by them and try and catch up to the front pack. Now, we passed a lot of cars there, but we're still only in 12th place. And our second lap, as you're talking, goes by pretty quick. So we got to catch up to these guys, but at this speed, catching them is hard enough. Then, while you're caught up to him, you got to try and pass one, as he's rubbing up beside you. It's even harder. Now we are driving in Grid Legends, and they don't mind blocking you out. They don't mind rubbing up against the side of your car or even pushing you off the track if they can do it. So you just can't react to it. You just put your head down and keep racing and try and catch up to the next guy and see if we can pass him. Now we're in 10th place, but I think we're going to catch a couple of these guys napping here. They weren't paying attention. And that's a nice little section, but then you got to slow right back down again. So, and as you're coming around, well, we're still in 8th place, so we're doing okay. And right away we end up passing 2 more, and now we're in 6th place, so we still got 5 cars to pass. But the last ones are usually the hardest ones to pass, the ones that are at the front of the pack. But that's not going to deter the OpenFed. We're going to keep pushing until we get by all of them, because we want to win as much as they do. And it's always nice to be able to see all of your competition right there in front of you, telling you exactly, showing you how hard you got to push. You see that yellow car, he had a boost. He had a boost, but he couldn't get anywhere. And now, he had a boost too, but look at him. Oh, he was almost blocked out by the other car. He managed to squeeze through there, but he didn't get away. They're still right there in front of us. So as long as we can keep our eye on them and stay close enough with them, we're going to be okay. Because we're coming along here by the grandstand now, and I think maybe our best bet is just to pass these 2 guys and try to get a little bit of a lead on them. So now that if they do grab the boost and then save it for the end of the race and thinking that they're gonna try and sneak by the Opafet at the last second, they got nothing coming. Because we're gonna build up a little bit of a buffer, and I figure if you got about a 2-second buffer zone and you drive clean, they can't catch you, and the buffer and the booster won't help them. So that's what we're going to try for, is try and keep a 2-second gap between them and us. And this is where the boost gates are. Now, you always end up hitting that one in this particular race, but the other one's not in the driving lane. So I just let it go. There's no point in getting that now anyhow. And I don't want to slow down and change the way I drive just because there's a boost gate there. So as we're ripping along here, we are almost halfway through the lap already. So it's not going to take a lot of time to finish this race. Oh, but we do got to try and keep it on the track. Because anything, if you do anything, run off the track, overshoot the corner and slam into the wall, that might just be enough time for the guy behind you to catch up to you and pass you. So we don't want to do that. You know, I'm starting to like these rainy day races better and better every time I drive them. I didn't like them at first because I thought they were too growly, and I liked the sunshine and racing in the sunshine. But the graphics in these are absolutely fantastic. Gameplay is great. Grid Legends is a very good game, and I really enjoy playing it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you back again at Opafed Gaming again real soon. In the meantime, you've been racing at the Suzuka Circuit in Japan on the international racing course in an electric Beltra Icon Mk3 with me, the Opafed.